Dr. Forbes, new to us this evening, for the first time in history, California leaders ordered water use slashed by 25% storm threat for tomorrow, and exactly where we're going to be watching for the chance of storms, including for the St. Louis area. This is again Thursday. What we're watching for tomorrow, that warm, moist air setting up in spots off towards the east of the dry line. Dry line develops through parts of Oklahoma and Texas, and just out ahead of that is where we'll see those thunderstorms fire. We've got that upper level jet stream dipping off towards the south, and these are the areas, notice, just east of that dry line where we will see the thunderstorms fire. This is where you've got to watch for a 4 out of 10 chance of a tornado. That's our Torcon value, meaning there's a 40% chance of a tornado within 50 miles of a location for eastern Oklahoma, and that would include the Tulsa area. So say Tulsa is, and identify with your family where the safe spot in your own home is to go in case you do see one of those warnings. Dave. Thanks for staying with us. Monitoring a severe thunderstorm offering up some big hail into the state of Texas. This just off towards the west of Dallas. In fact, northeast of Fort Worth, actually due north of the Fort Worth area right now. This is working eventually towards Flower Mountain, but right now about to cross over 35 west, and reports with this storm of hail up to baseball size. So we are talking about large hail around 3 inches. Now this says about 4 inches. However, the reports are closer to 3 inches. Still, it's going to cause damage to your car. It's dangerous to be outside. So especially if you know anybody who's about to cross any of these highways north of Fort Worth, let them know about this storm before it's too late. Unfortunately, just to the north of the city, if you're on that roadway, might be a little too late for the hood of your car. But watch out for that one. And that severe warning continues as that storm moves east. Now we've got a warning off towards the north and east of Springfield, Missouri. You notice that yellow area. And this again for the chance of hail and winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. This storm just off to the north and east of Memphis, including the Oakland area, Fayette, Shelby, and Tipton counties. You're under a severe thunderstorm warning until 5:45 Central Time. So this is going to impact people trying to make their way home. Gusty winds, large hail possible with this one. And if you're inside a home, make sure you're in an interior room. And if your car's in the path of this storm and under cover or out of cover, make sure you can get it under cover. Could see hail quarter to golf ball size with this one. Storms are underway right now, and we are covering it with an ongoing special presentation of Severe Storm Central. That's why we're with you a little bit later today.
That's right. We've expanded our live coverage deep into tonight to keep you ahead of all these storms. Now, it's half past the hour right now. I'm Dave Schwartz.
And I'm Alex Wilson. And Texas is one hail, a big cause for concern with these storms. So we want to break down the threat by the size of hail that can fall and what kind of updraft it takes to sustain that sized hail. Pea-sized hail, you know you can get those with not particularly potent storms. It does take a 35-mile-per-hour updraft to give us that small hail that can coat your lawn. Quarter-sized hail, now we're talking about severe thunderstorm warning criteria. That requires a nearly 50-mile-per-hour updraft. More for golf balls, 64 miles per hour. An updraft of over 80 miles an hour required for baseball-sized hail. In teacup-sized hail, you're needing an updraft of 85 miles per hour, and you've got to get into triple digits, over 100-mile-per-hour updraft speeds to get hail the size of a softball. And you know, Dave, when we've got softball-sized hail, that's problems, as Dr. Forbes said, not just for your car, but also for you and any pets or animals outside.